let us discuss session number 10 in Unit 1 of Financial Accounting 3 of Mangalore University. In this session, let us discuss the problems on admission with goodwill adjustment. We can continue with the problem relating to goodwill adjustment by recalling what we discussed in the previous sessions. As we know, goodwill is a reputation or the good name of the firm. It is actually the potential of the partnership firm to earn a huge profit in the future. So, a partner who is newly admitted into partnership firm will bring some value for the goodwill or the reputation of the partnership firm only when it is received in the form of money or money's worth. That should be recorded according to Accounting Standard 10. And according to Accounting Standard 26, a goodwill account cannot be raised by intrinsic value of assets. Here, by keeping in mind the accounting standard and the rules stated by the accounting standard, we should go for treatment of goodwill. Here, I am going to take up one illustration for your discussion or for your understanding. In this illustration, you can go through the information given. A and B share the profits and losses in the ratio A 5 by 8 and B 3 by 8. Here the ratio is 5:3. C is admitted as partner. He brings in 70,000 as his capital and 48,000 as his goodwill. Here you see a partner who is admitted, the C who is admitted, is going to bring both capital as well as goodwill. The new profit sharing ratio of A, B and C respectively is agreed to be 7:5:4. Here the new profit sharing ratio is given and you need to pass journal entries having effect of recording the goodwill in the partnership firm. Now here A and B are partners. They are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3. Then the new partner is bringing 48,000 as goodwill. The new profit sharing ratio is given and you need to pass the journal entries. Now let us try to analyze this illustration. A previously received 5 by 8 and now will receive 7 by 16. In the sense, A's share of profit previously was 5 by 8. In the sense, his share of profit before admission was 5 by 8. Now, he is entitled to get only 7 by 16. In the sense, it will be usually lesser than what he received earlier. Because when the new partner is admitted, they are giving a share of profit to the new partner. As such, earlier they got 50, now they are getting less than 50. So, the sharing ratio is given, so it is very easy for you to get these values. Here, in the old share, he was getting 5 by 8, but now he is getting 7 by 16. So, his loss here how much loss he is getting is 5 by 8 minus 7 by 16. Here, that much loss he is getting into is equal to 3 by 16 is actually his loss. Then B's loss, if you go for the same method of calculation, 5 by 16 or 1 by 16. So 4 by 16 is actually the share given to C. By using this information, you have to pass the journal entries. Here you may be having this idea in your mind. Unless we calculate this ratio, unless we calculate this sacrifice ratio, we cannot distribute this goodwill among the old partners, because old partners are entitled to get a share in the goodwill in the sacrifice ratio. So first of all, we should calculate the sacrifice ratio. After calculating sacrifice ratio only, you have to go to pass the journal entries in the books of accounts relating to goodwill. Okay. So here I am not going to discuss this calculation of ratio in detail because it is already discussed in the previous session. So try to recall the method of calculating the sacrifice ratio, the same rule that you follow here, and once you derive the sacrifice ratio, then you go on with or go to passing of journal entries or preparation of the partner's capital account while you are taking into account the goodwill for treatment. Now, the first entry for goodwill treatment will be, in this case, for a new partner bringing cash for goodwill. Here he may bring either cash or he may deposit the money to bank. So cash or bank account debtor to A's capital account. Here the amount brought in by C both as it is C's capital account as capital and goodwill. Here bank account debtor to C is capital account. Here bank account debtor to C is capital account. There is a small error in this. Here bank account debtor to C is capital account. Here amount brought in by C both as capital and goodwill. Here we are going to take both the values together, both capital as well as goodwill. But when you are distributing, you have to consider only the goodwill amount. So here in the second entry, A's capital account debtor to B's capital account and C's capital account. Here I am requesting you to understand in this way. Here new partner's capital account, that means the new partner who bought the goodwill. So new partner's capital account debtor to old partner's capital account. In the sacrifice ratio we have to divide it. So here the new partner is A, who brought 48,000 goodwill, and you have to transfer it to B and C. Here one correction you can make, you can take it like A as the new partner, B and C are the old partners. You take like that, then it will be very convenient for you to understand. So in the first instance, a new partner brought the goodwill and capital together. So cash or bank account debtor to new partner's capital account. In the second entry, the new partner's capital account debtor to old partner's capital account. In the sense, whatever may be the goodwill that he brought in, that should be distributed among the old partners in their sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio should be used for the purpose of distribution of goodwill among the old partners. This is about the journal entries for recording goodwill brought in by the new partner. Now, let us take up illustration number 2 or problem number 2. In illustration number 2 or problem number 2, go through the information carefully. A and B are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2 respectively. Here, both A and B are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C as a partner who is unable to bring goodwill in cash but pays rupees 96,000 as his capital. Here, they are admitting a new partner. They are admitting C as a new partner. Here C is unable to bring goodwill, but he gives capital 96,000 as a capital. The goodwill of the firm is to be valued at 2 years purchase of 3 years profits. Here to understand, the goodwill account is raised here. Here there is no condition that the goodwill should be always brought in the form of cash. Here goodwill account can be raised. But for the purpose of raising goodwill, they have given the method. They said it should be the average of last 3 years profit. It should be the average of 2 years purchase of last 3 years profit. The profits of the 3 years were 30,000, 24,000 and 27,000 respectively. In the sense, in the last 3 years, the profit generated is 30,000, 24,000 and 27,000. By using all these 3 years profit, you have to take the average of 2 years as a base for calculating the profit. An adjustment entry is to be passed for C's share of goodwill. Here it is a journal entry you need to pass, and the new profit sharing ratio is 5:2:2. This is the information given. By using this information, you have to first calculate the ratios, then you have to make the apportionment, then we should go for passing the journal entries. Now, let us concentrate here on the value of goodwill. First of all, we should go to the working note. I am going to draw your attention to the working note here. In the working note, first let us try to understand the value of goodwill. Here value of goodwill can be calculated by using the 3 years profit of average of 3 years profit. Here 3 years profit is 30,000 plus 24,000 plus 27,000. So what you can do is 30,000 plus 24,000 plus 27,000 divided by 3. It is the average. It is the average. So the amount will be into 2. Here into 2 in the sense 2 times of the average profit. 2 times of the average profit. That means total 54,000. Here one thing you have to understand, when last 3 years purchase profits are given and 2 times purchase price is given, information is given like that, you should understand that 2 times means that number should be multiplied to the average profits. Here average profits is 30 plus 24. That means 54 plus 27. That means the value will be 54, 74, 81 divided by 3. 81 divided by 3. Then it should be multiplied by 2. Then the total goodwill will be 54,000. Now the total goodwill of the firm is 54,000. Out of that, C's share of goodwill is equal to 54,000 into his share. Here 54,000 is the total goodwill of the firm, entire firm. Now total goodwill of the firm 54,000 into 2 by 9, that means his share, that new partner share, that will be 12,000. So here 12,000 is the total value of goodwill raised at the time of admission. Now let us try to find out the sacrifice ratio. Here you have to, first of all, you have to ascertain the value of goodwill of the new partner. For the purpose of ascertaining value of goodwill of the new partner, first you have to take the average profit multiplied by number of times as specified in the problem. Then you will get the total goodwill. Total goodwill here is 54,000. Out of 54,000, new partner share is only 12,000, because when you are multiplying 54,000 by his share, it will be 12,000. Now after calculating that, you should go for calculating sacrifice ratio. Here sacrifice ratio is needed for you for distribution of goodwill, because if you know the total value of goodwill, it may not be enough. If you know the share of goodwill of new partner, it's not enough. You have to go for the sacrifice made by each partner in this case. So now let us continue with A's sacrifice. A's sacrifice is equal to his new share minus his old share. That means 3 by 5 minus 5 by 9 is equal to 2 by 45. Then B's sacrifice is equal to 2 by 5, that is his old share, minus his new share 2 by 9 is equal to 8 by 45. So the sacrifice ratio will be 2 by 45 is to 8 by 45, or in the simplified form it is 1:4. 1:4 is the sacrifice ratio. Now for this sacrifice ratio, whatever may be the goodwill raised on account of C's admission, it should be given to A and B. Here the total share of goodwill of C, that means 12,000, it should be distributed among A and B in their sacrifice ratio. So A's share, when you are applying, sacrifice ratio will be 2,400. That means 12,000 into 1 by 5, it will be 2,400. And B's share in the goodwill will be 12,000 into 4 by 5 is equal to 9,600. Here try to understand it in a very comfortable way. First of all, calculate total goodwill, then calculate the share of goodwill of the new partner, then go for dividing that share of goodwill of the new partner among the old partners. Here we are using the ratio called sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio will be always new ratio minus old ratio. Here the sacrifice ratio in this case is 1:4. You have to divide this 12,000 in the ratio of 1:4, and you have to distribute that amount of C among A and B. Now the journal entry will be the first entry for amount brought in by the new partner. The entry will be cash or bank account debtor to C's capital account. Here cash or bank means alternatively we can use here bank account debtor to C's capital account. The goodwill brought by C. Then new partner's capital account debtor to old partner's capital account in the sacrifice ratio, that is C's capital account. That means his goodwill, his share of goodwill, that is 12,000. Here you see he has brought 96,000 at the beginning, but in that only 12,000 is the goodwill. So that for that 12,000 that person should be debited. Here that new partner should be debited. Earlier he brought 96,000. We credited 96,000. Now we are debiting him for 12,000, means we are deducting the 12,000 from his capital. We are giving it to the old partners in the sacrifice ratio. That is to A's capital account, that is 2,400 as shown in the working note, and to B's capital account 10,600 as shown in the working note. So this is how you have to manage this type of problems, and this is how you have to pass the entries in the books of accounts of a partnership firm, giving effect of treatment of goodwill. Okay, here I end the discussion. Thank you.